Oh yeah. I like this one. This one is spiritual. So glad that you're here today because me and you, I think this is our favorite segment on the channel, Tea and Affirmations. I have the deck of cards. Now, again, we've been designing our own deck of cards, and I actually have an example of what one of them looks like in here, which is a sneak peek. I shouldn't even be showing you this, but I'm gonna show you just a quick peek of the illustration. That's one of our own illustrations that will be coming out very soon. The deck of cards, 33 cards coming straight to your home so you can have your cup of tea and every single morning have an affirmation that will settle the mind and soothe the spirit. So today I want to go over a few affirmations that will ground us, bring us back to balance or just bring some more joy into our lives. So you know the rules. If this is your first time here, the rule is you pick a card. I think someone is pointing right in the middle, huh? We're gonna go for the middle one. Good card. I know that love dissolves fear. Good one. I love this illustration. You can't be afraid when you're feeling love, since everything is energy, and love encompasses all energies. All is love. A lot of us feel fear. A lot of us feel unmotivated at times or uninspired, and we're worrying about tomorrow. We're worrying about yesterday. That's why on this channel we talk a lot about self-love, and we talk about how self-love is service. That loving ourselves is also service to the world. The love we cultivate within ourselves every single day. What happens? We store that love within our heart. What happens with our actions, our affection, our words, right? It's of love. If you notice people in your life, or you just notice there's people who are constantly gossiping or constantly cursing at others, or, just speaking ill will, that's a great sign of what is stored within themselves, right? Anger, frustration, right? Fear. But love can dissolve all fear. That's why even when I run into people who are disrespectful, or I've received racist remarks before, and I still show love back because I know me acting with fear, right? Acting in spite isn't going to dissolve their anger or their frustration. It's only going to be love, right? And love is patient. So you have to be patient with others who are in fear. You have to be patient with yourself. If you have been feeling unmotivated or scared or worried, I know we want the quick fix right away, you understand? But it happens in the present moment through a mindful moment, a micro moment. Even lately I've been going through it. Things have been hard. I got food poisoning last week, so that just knocked me out of my rhythm and just been so tired, no motivation, and there's a lot for me to do. So like the walls are coming down and I could feel the pressure. And then I said, you know what? All I have to do today is wake up and have a cup of tea. And I'm gonna love this cup of tea, like truly just love me, my tea, and I. And the lap sang. And then after that, I said, well, I'm done drinking my tea. All I have to do now is, go downstairs and, do a couple push-ups. I go and do that and just focusing on the micro moments again, the micro actions throughout our day. Sometimes not focusing on the grand scheme of everything we have to do, because sometimes our mind just can't carry the weight of all the responsibilities when we're thinking of everything at once, right? Like I'm sure a lot of us have a lot to do. We may have school, we may have work, we may have relationships we're trying to manage, and there's just things we're trying to work through ourselves. And then we try to think of everything at once, and that creates fear. That creates a lot of fear. So what we need to do is root ourselves in love in the very present moment. What's one thing you can do in this present moment that you love? You understand? Is it an affirmation you can tell yourself? Is it taking 5 minutes for yourself just to breathe? Is it calling a friend that, lifts your spirit? Or is it doing something for somebody else? Because self-love is service, you understand? Everything is energy, and it can be channeled, it can be transmuted, and Even that fear, we can take that fear, transform it into love, take that worry, leave it in the past, leave it in the future, and come back to this moment. All is love. You understand? You are love. I am love. It's a beautiful thing. And who doesn't want more love in their life? But it truly starts within. You understand? You create that love within yourself, and it's just gonna ooze. It's literally just gonna ooze through your energy. You understand? It's gonna pour out, and people are gonna be like, "Wow, I love being around her. Wow, he is very positive. Wow, they are just so cool." Next card. Let's go to the end right here. This one's already kind of this one was kind of screaming, "Hey, pick me, pick me." So good choice, good choice, good choice. I balance giving and receiving love in my life. Oof, look at that. We back with the love. We cultivating love today. You have to learn to receive as well as to give love in order to grow. Wow. I need this one because I often have a hard time receiving love. I have a hard time receiving compliments. Through the pandemic, as soon as the pandemic started, something switched in my brain, and I just stepped into position, and I started doing my podcast every single day, 5 days a week for 2 years, you understand? And I just gave all the love and compassion and ideas and everything I learned over many years. I just gave it away freely, and we built this community off of that. And lately, I haven't been doing my podcast as much because I realized my output was more than my input. I was giving more than I was even receiving. I understand. Like life was trying to give me, life was trying to be there for me. People were trying to give me love and hang out with me. And I was like, no, I'm busy. I got things to do. And I had a hard time receiving the love in my life. And it, led me very close to burnout, right? Your capacity to give and receive is equally important. You understand? And it's something we have to practice, right? It's something we actually have to learn. To receive love, of course we want love, but how much can we receive love, right? Because it takes trust. It takes being vulnerable, right? We have to open our arms, open our heart. And what happens when we open our heart to others? There's a potential of being hurt. And I'm sure so many of us have been hurt. So we move around in life with our guards up. And some of us are in situations where we're simply not open to even receiving all that God has for us, all that life is trying to give us. You have to learn to receive love as well as to give love in order to grow. In order to grow, you understand? So this is necessary for our growth, right? It's the nourishment, it's the light, it's the water. Every single one of us, I see us as like seeds that have been planted, you understand? And it takes light, you understand? It takes water to grow a seed. And for us, it takes giving love and receiving love, our nourishment, right? In our efforts to grow spiritually, emotionally, physically, right? We have to love our bodies to grow physically. And we have to receive critique, right? Healthy critique from ones we love is a form of love. Why? Because they want to see us grow. If we aren't eating healthy, if we're not taking care of ourselves, and nobody around us ends up checking us one day and saying, "Hey, you're not looking too good. You're not treating yourself right." If nobody does that, is that love? No. But if someone says, "Hey, I'm worried about you, and I want to see you be healthy and be at your best, and I've noticed that, you're not looking the best and your energy being a little bit off," it doesn't feel good to receive that, right? Because it's a critique, right? It's strong words, and it pierces our heart. But that's actually love. So learning how to receive even critique and advice, instruction, and correction, that is necessary to grow. I'm on TikTok radio on Sirius XM, and about once every 2 months, I have to sit down with the team, and they listen to all my recordings, and they just critique me. And it's very, it's hard because it's I have to sit there listening to myself, and it's hard to listen to yourself. But then listening to yourself in a room with other people, we're on Zoom, and they congratulate you, but then they're also, pointing out the things that you need to do better. And that was something I had to learn how to do. Was I never let people into my process. Like when I make videos, when I make podcasts, nobody hears it until I upload it. So going through like a vetting process or like a process where people are listening and then telling me, hey, you could do this better or this wasn't good, it was really hard, but it was out of love. And because that, I am growing, I'm growing as a radio host, and I'm actually really excited because I want to grow in that arena. Like, maybe I have my own radio show one day, I don't know. But without receiving that love and that critique, it would be difficult to grow. Beautiful. I love this card. I was actually thinking about growing and our skills and our talents. And I believe every single one of us was given a talent. You understand? Like God gives talents. But skill comes from mastering our crafts. And some of you may know what you're good at, and some of you still may be curious. Some of you may have convinced yourself you're not good at anything. And let me tell you, that's not true. Every single person was given a gift, and gifts come in all shapes and sizes and forms. You understand? Some gifts you have never even been exercised yet in the world. That's why it's taking time for you to discover it. And I was reading Will's book, and it was beautiful because he was talking about some of his struggles while he was doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it also reminded me of one of these cards we had here where the card says, my intuitive senses are opening more and more each and every day. So we're talking about growth, right? Every single day we are growing our knowledge and our intuitive senses, right? Our intuition is something that is already within us. Trust your intuitive wisdom. If your mind is closed, how can you learn anything new and grow? Growth is a big topic for today. How can you learn anything new and grow? Now, Will was talking about when he was on the show, he really wanted to impress James Avery. Now, James Avery was Uncle Phil. For anybody that's watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, y'all know Uncle Phil. He was an amazing actor. So I'm going to read this part for you right here. There were very few people in my life I wanted to impress more than James Avery. That's Uncle Phil. James had been acting longer than I had been alive, and he was my paragon, the pinnacle of dramatic presence. I desperately wanted him to think I was a good actor, but nothing I did impressed James Avery. This is Will speaking. He played my father figure on the show and slowly assumed the role in real life. He was demanding and always pushing me to master my instrument. As an actor, he said, you can do jokes with your eyes closed. You have that naturally. And it's beautiful to watch. He's talking about how, Will has a natural charisma to him. He's like, you can act, you can make jokes. That comes natural. But you have a deeper talent in there. And so do you. Deep within you, there is a talent, even beyond your surface level skills. And you're never going to find it if you don't reach for it. There's a difference between talent and skill. Talent comes from God. You're born with it. Skill comes from sweat and practice and commitment. Don't just skate through this opportunity. Hone your craft, you understand? Really owning in on our crafts, you understand? A lot of us may have some natural skills. A lot of us may have some gifts that we know things we're kind of good at. But the real honor, the real respect to yourself is going deeper within and working on that and cultivating it and having fun with learning and failing and progressing yourself as a human being. You are an instrument, you understand? You are an instrument, and the more you express, the more you learn about yourself, and the more you own in on your crafts, you play your instrument for the world. Without this advice, Will Smith wouldn't have become who he was today, who he is today. One of the biggest actors, movie stars, entertainers, even won Grammys for music in the world because he owned in on this craft. And I've been loving this book because there's so much insight, understand in hindsight, that he gives. And for me, I've been trying to when I'm reading a book, I like to try to finish it as fast as possible, right? So I've been reading the paper version, and then when I go and I'm, cooking or I'm driving, because I go for some long drives, I like to turn on the audiobook on Audible, which is our sponsor, which is nice because I can integrate a sound experience coupled with any routine throughout the day. Now, Audible is a destination for your wellness, let me tell you. Whether you're looking to soul search or be motivated or get inspired or generate some new goals, unwind, or just simply be entertained, there is an audiobook for you from a wide range of authors, celebrities, a lot of amazing people like Will Smith himself. And Audible's Plus catalog, let me tell you, they have everything: podcasts, sleep originals, guided meditations, audiobooks, Audible originals, fitness programs. Literally, there is so much. And every single month, you get one free audiobook and access to the whole Plus catalog. So there's a lot here to dive into and just have a beautiful sound experience. Sound is my thing. I love podcasts. That's something I want to dive more into. I think I should probably put my podcast on Audible as well so y'all can listen to it there. I want to hook you up. Visit audible.com/HINDZ or text HINDZ to 500 to try Audible today, and highly recommend check out Will's audiobook. It is a vibe. I'm a big Will Smith fan. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, getting jiggy with it. Will has just been a big inspiration for me. He's actually one of my big inspirations to take YouTube seriously. There was a point where I was playing myself. I was on YouTube and I was almost like, I almost thought like YouTube was a little bit cringy back in the day. And I was kind of stopping myself from getting on camera. And then I saw Will Smith start a YouTube channel and he was vlogging. I was like, oh my God, if one of the biggest movie stars in the world can start a YouTube channel and get on there and be like, hey guys, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? It was a self-limitation I put on myself. And that's something we do all the time. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm not somebody that people want to hear from, or I don't have the energy to be on camera, or I'm shy. No. Some of the biggest artists in the world were very shy. Prince, you understand, Bob Marley. Yeah, there's so many people who have so much charisma and energy and they're megastars. But in like real life, they're actually really shy individuals. Because again, deep within every single one of us is a gift. But we have to go deep within ourselves, discover that gift, own that gift, and just do our best every single day to express it, to learn more. And the next thing you know, we blossom. What kind of tea you drinking? Because I know the real ones right now are drinking tea. Oh yeah. I'm back on my black teas. Anytime I'm a little bit stressed, I go for my black tea. Like I said, your boy had food poisoning last night. It was difficult. Let's do another card because I know this video is probably already pretty long, but why not? Like, why can't we just like start hanging out for like 45 minutes or like even like an hour? One day, right? So pick a card, any card. The last two cards were about love and growth. Let's see if we can get a different vibe today. Oh, I just felt someone go for this one. Oof, I like this one. This one, it's spiritual. I always remember that I am a spiritual being. Your true essence is your soul, which is eternal and exists in an ocean of love. You are not your body. I always say we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not humans having a spiritual experiences, because we are in our flesh. So we are experiencing every single emotion, right? Anger, joy, happiness, peace, frustration, anxiety, love, right? Curiosity, laughter. Like this is all a part of the human experience. And that is the gift of life. Like you can't come to this planet and not experience anger. You can't come to this planet and not experience grief. You just can't. And there's no cheat code. You can't even skip it. It doesn't even matter how privileged you are, where you grew up, how you grew up. Every single human will experience every single human emotion. You understand? We all struggle in our own ways, right? I'm sure some of us would like to trade off struggles, right? Some of us would be like, hey, yeah, give me millions of dollars. I'll take those troubles, right? I'm sure it's like, I know how it is, man. I've struggled to pay rent a lot in my life before. But we're here to experience, you understand? In our spirit, though, that is the most important thing. I always say, allow spirit to settle the mind, right? Don't allow your mind to unsettle the spirit. Sometimes we get too far in our mind, allowing our worries, allowing our regrets, allowing our pain to run its course, and then we trick ourselves, right? And then our feelings trick us, and we forget that we are a spirit, and at our core, we are love, you understand? If we just take some time for ourselves today. This morning I woke up and the first thing I did was turn my phone off. I was like, I'm just turning my phone off today. I am not accessible today. Then I went and I just breathed for like a good 15 minutes. Then I pulled out the Bible and I read a couple verses from Yeshua, and that really brought some peace to my spirit. And then after that, I had a drink and I said, you know what? Yesterday was really difficult. I experienced so much emotions, but today is a better day. And today I am rooting myself in my spirit. You understand? Today I am blessed. I am guided by the Holy Spirit. And everything that we are going through, my friends, you already know, we are growing through. Say that with me. Everything that I am going through, whatever you are going through right now. Some of you are going through grief. You've lost somebody. You understand? You are growing through that. Learning about life, learning love, compassion, strength, resilience, right? Seeing what fits in your life, right? Seeing who belongs in your life and who doesn't. Some of us are going through seasons of great uncertainty, not sure what's about to happen, dealing with stress. But uncertainty is a gift. There's an opportunity in that. If we can surrender, have faith, knowing that it's going to work out. But yes, we may be required to do things that we normally don't do. We may have to express another side of strength and resilience, confidence, charisma in this next chapter of our life. But give thanks for that. Have thanks for the growth, because whatever we are going through, we are growing through. And I always remember that I am a spiritual being. Your true essence is your soul, which is eternal. Eternal. Like, meditate on that, how that feels. No matter what, you are eternal. You understand? Like, your spirit shall live on. And it exists in an ocean of love, meaning we pass and we return back to where we came from. And to me, I know that is love, you understand? That is God's love, that is source, right? And where we all just combine. Like, look at the ocean and think of how many drops it would take for that ocean to be the ocean. Now look at every human being on the planet, billions, billions, and billions of us. Now think that every one of our spirits, our souls, is a drop. And when we pass, all those drops come back together. Back to love, right? No discrimination, no racism, no hate between, male and women or whatever. Like, we just come back to love. And while we're here, we need to do our best to shed our light, to practice compassion, you understand? To lead with love so we can leave with love in every situation, right? And forgive. The importance of forgiving is the same forgiveness we seek, because we all are going to need forgiveness because we make mistakes, you understand? We do wrong. But the same forgiveness that we want is the same forgiveness we should show others, you understand? You have that love and that compassion and that ability within you. And some of us is holding on to things that no longer serve us, holding on to pain and experiences in the past that we truly should let go of and forgive. Be grateful for that experience of pain, the experience of forgiveness, right? Get that closure and be like, whew. Just be thankful for this human experience. You know, I always say we've been blessed. You know, we've been blessed with a body. We've been blessed with a body to do something on this planet. Like that is actually a gift. You have a body, which means you are able. You are able to do things in this physical realm. You can hug people. You can use your words and actually create impact. When you're at the grocery store today, you can say to somebody, hey, how's it going? I hope you have a beautiful day. Hey, you look amazing today. That lifts someone's spirit. You have an ability to make a change. And then the gift that you have within you, you have the ability to go within, discover that gift, share that gift, own in on that gift, master that gift, become known for that gift, and impact the world and leave a presence here and then go back to source. You understand? It's beautiful. It's a vibe. You already done know in hindsight, everything gonna be all right. Thank you. Thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for going over a couple affirmations. These are my favorite videos. If we had enough affirmation cards, we do it every single day. You know what I'm saying? We do it every single day. And I know I need to post more videos, but in due time, we are getting there. You understand? And I appreciate your patience. I'll see you soon. Love.